Welcome to General Chemistry, Chemistry 1210. The purpose of this video is to help you understand how this course is going to work. All right. Um, there are a variety of ways that you can earn points for this course. We have attendance, we have quizzes, we have midterms, and we have the final exam. All right. Here in your course, if you look at the syllabus, you can see those listed in the syllabus here: attendance, homework, quizzes, exams, and then the final exam. Here's the breakdown of the points, and here's the grading scale. If you notice, this grading scale is not a typical grading scale. It's a little bit adjusted, a little bit curved to begin with. We're used to having a 75% be equal to a C in the class, in a normal course. This here, 75%, is a B, and that is because our exams are questions similar to the American Chemical Society exams. And these exams have an average score of 50% for university students around the world. So we would expect the average score to be 50% on these exams. And so for that reason, the grading scale is adjusted slightly. All right. So to attain these points, you notice some of the points are associated with attendance. And when I take roll, I won't take roll every day, but when I do, every class period, but when I do take roll, if you're not there, then you'll lose some of your attendance points. Let me go back to the syllabus and look at attendance a little bit. You're given 100 points for attendance right off the bat, and then for every absence, you lose points. For your first two, you only lose 5 points, but for everyone after that, you lose 10 points. So it's expected that you show up. It's critical to stay on top of chemistry courses, meaning you don't get behind in your learning. If you stay with the pace of the course and you learn the material as we go, then it is very possible for people to do well in this course and to learn a lot of great material that pertains to the world around us. All right. So showing up to class is an important component of not just getting points, but I apply points to showing up to class because it is the way to stay connected with the course and stay on top of things, the learning, and get all the benefit from the experience. Homework and quizzes. You don't specifically get credit for the homework that you do, but there are going to be about 2 quizzes every week, usually due Tuesday before class and Thursday before class. And they're going to be worth about 8 points each. And the homework quizzes adds up to about 20% of the grade, the homework quizzes, the quizzes. And so let me show you how you can prepare for those homework quizzes. On the home page here, you see the course laid out. We have a periodic table for you to print out, right? We have the lecture slides that you can download if you like to have those to take notes or follow along with. I strongly encourage you to print those out for yourself. Here's the link to the course syllabus. And then we have our chapters. Chapter 1, for example. Here, there's a link to the homework problems and also video solutions to those problems. Becoming familiar with these homework problems and mastering them, understanding them, knowing how to do well on them, is where you will be able to prepare well for the quizzes. I've included some videos about the material in class, and interdispersed amongst these videos for chapter 1, for example, are the quizzes that you'll be taking. So, if I wanted to prepare well for this quiz, I would know what to prepare well, or how to prepare by reading the title of the quiz. Quiz 1, questions from the above videos. So to prepare well for this quiz, I need to watch and understand the material in these videos. All right. This quiz, if I click on it here or if I look up here, it says that quiz 1 is due August 25th at 1:30 p.m. All right. So I have to keep that in mind and make sure I've done everything necessary to prepare for it. I can click on the quiz here, but it says that the quiz is locked until August 24th at 3 p.m. So after class on the 24th at 3 p.m., the quiz will unlock. Okay? If I look at this quiz down here, for example, quiz 2, the best way to prepare for this quiz is to be proficient in chapter 1, questions 10 through 14, 16, 17, 38, and 39. All right? So how can I find access to these questions? Well, they are questions from the back of chapter 1. So in chapter 1, and this is the text here, in chapter 1, starting on page 56 or 55, there are the exercises at the back of the chapter. All right? So I can go to chapter 1, exercise 10, because that's one of the ones that I need to know how to do well to be prepared for my quiz. And I can figure out the answer to number 10, 14, 16, 17, 18, 38, and 39. All right. Let's say I'm working on number 11 here, and I'm having some trouble figuring it out.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what a homogeneous mixture is.
All right, homogeneous. How does homogeneous mixture differ from a pure substance? Good question. All right. How can I figure that out? Well, obviously, you can watch these videos. These videos will help remind you, because these videos are very similar to what we go over in class. Another tool that you have, though, another resource that you have, is to go in here to this Chapter 1 Homework and Video Solutions. I click on this link here, and it takes me to the questions that are listed as needing to be known and be proficient in for Chapter 1. Here's 10 through 17, and then there's 27, 28, 38, 39. Right? These are the questions that we need to be proficient in. So here's 11. How does a homogeneous mixture differ from a pure substance? How are they similar? All right. One quick resource that you can have if you think you're pretty close is the back of the text. The back of the text has answers to half of the problems, odd problems, right? The odd numbered problems. Some of these are even numbers, so that's not going to help. I would kind of discourage you from looking back at the text too quickly to find those answers to those questions. Kind of like a joke. After you know the answer to the joke, then the joke's not very funny. It's, okay, got it, yeah. Same thing with these questions. If you look at the answers too early, you'll see the answer and say, oh, okay, I get it now. But you really don't. You only really will be able to use the answers in the back effectively if you figure out the answer to this question first. Then you double check yourself with the answer in the back. If you figure out the answer and you check in the back and you're right, then it's worked. The process worked. But if you try to figure out the answer, you look in the back and you find out you were wrong, then that question is done. You can no longer get any learning from that question, because all you're going to be doing is thinking about the answer and saying, oh, I know the answer now. All right. So another way that you can have access to figuring out how to understand these questions. So for example, stick with number 11 here. I want to figure out the answer to this question. I try it myself, or if I'm lost and I don't know what to do, down here at the bottom of this question set are links to these questions being answered. So here is a YouTube video. I'll right click on it and open it in a new tab. And I'll go to this video. And this is a link of this problem, number 11, being explained and discussed.
That's me.
That's right, that is you.
I don't remember doing that.
Well, it's in the future. You're going to do that in the future.
Oh, okay.
So this problem here, number 11, will be explained, and you can follow along and try to figure out how to answer that question that way. Okay? So after you're proficient in, we can go back to our home here. After you're proficient in questions 10 through 14, 16, 17, 38, and 39, right? For example, then you will be able to feel comfortable that you should be able to do well on this quiz. All right? So that is how we prepare for the quizzes, by answering those questions. And then, after every other chapter, sometimes just after a single chapter, we'll have an exam, and those exams will be ACS questions that should be answerable because of our preparation through these quizzes, watching videos, and attending lectures. All right? So that's how this course works. Do you have any questions, Fred?
I'm sure I should have a lot, but I'm not sure that I do.
All right. Well, why don't you think about it a little bit?
Is there any extra credit?
We don't generally provide extra credit. Sometimes there are really neat people that come and visit, and conference or symposiums, or visiting faculty or visiting alumni that I'd like you to go and visit and listen to. Sometimes I'll give a little bit of extra credit for that, but it's not a guarantee, and it's not every semester.
Okay. When does the quizzes open?
The quizzes open. They open the Monday after class and Wednesday after class. And they close Tuesday right before class and Thursday right before class. So that's when the quizzes open and close. All right. You can work on homework, and you should be preparing for homework every chance you get, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday during class, right? So, yeah. Any other questions?
Or the quizzes are all online, right?
Yep, the quizzes are online. You just take them at home.
What about the exams?
The exams will be taken in class. Exams will be taken in class, John, along with the final exam.
Okay. What about the text? How do we use the text?
Well, the text is there for your as a resource, and I would start at chapter 1 and begin reading through this material as it seems necessary for you to answer the homework problems, right? That's another great resource. Go and find the answer to the homework problems. Okay? Good.
Do we have to buy the text?
Well, the text is a free text. It's a free text, and I'll put a link to it up here so that you can get it.
Okay. The final exam, you said, is an ACS exam?
That's right. It is an ACS exam. The American Chemical Society exam, and the average generally ends up being about 50%. But again, the scoring breakdown here is adjusted so that 50% should, if you do 50%, you should expect yourself to be around in the C+ region.
So I have to get better than 50% to get an A.
That's right. You should have to score higher than 50% to get an A. It depends on how well you do on your quizzes, and make sure you get all your attendance points as well, and your midterms. But yeah.
Okay. I can't think of any other questions right now.
All right. Well, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I think email is the best. Here's my email address. I have office hours every day 10 to 11 a.m. All right. So you can feel free to come by and chat about anything. You can also just email me and say, hey, can I come by? And usually there will be other times that I'm available as well. I'm in the Pope Science Building, office number 212.
Okay, well, thanks so much.
Okay, thank you guys. See you later.